Thank you for joining for this afternoon's announcement. Few jobs in public service are as visible, as sensitive, as risky, and as important as that of police officers. Every day, the police officers in our community work to keep our neighborhoods and our streets safe so the residents can go about their lives. 3 years ago, our police department faced an unusually difficult transition. It was clear to me at that time we needed to have a clean slate and search the entire country, if need be, for the right person to lead the department forward into an uncertain future. We found that leader in Chief Ron Teachman, who has served for nearly 3 years in a very challenging time for our community and our police department. Chief Teachman immediately set to work to change the organization of the department, to cultivate new leaders from within, to introduce new technology, to enhance community policing, to confront gun violence, and to set a new tone for our entire force. Under his leadership, our department has moved forward toward a new level of professionalism, modernization, and effectiveness. Information sharing between departments, effective use of technology, and management practices have continued to make major progress. Earlier this year, Chief Teachman let me know that he is exploring opportunities in the private sector, and now he is ready for his next opportunity, which means that South Bend is ready for a new leader in the South Bend Police Department. I want to thank Chief Teachman for his service to our city, and before I introduce South Bend's next Chief of Police, I would like to invite Chief Teachman to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you for this extraordinary opportunity that you've given me to serve the people of South Bend as I have for the past 2.5, almost 3 years. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve alongside the men and women of the South Bend Police Department, sworn and non-sworn. You will not find a department in this country, and I travel around this nation often, that has members more committed, more dedicated, and more courageous than the men and women of the South Bend Police. As the mayor said, I wasn't given the title of change agent, but what I found when I came here was a department that was thirsty, hungry for new ideas, for new direction. And it was also my mission to look for leadership within the department, to cultivate and develop it. And as I announced when I came into my first meeting of the Fraternal Order of Police, and President Dan Dem was in the room, that I wouldn't leave until I had established a command team, or at least one member would be suitable to the mayor to succeed me. That person is clear in my mind as the right man at the right time for the South Bend Police. Scott Ruskowski is a son and a grandson of police officers in South Bend. He bleeds South Bend blue. No one is more engaged in the community, respected in the department and outside of it. No one in this country better prepared to seamlessly transition and become your next Chief of Police, as he will on October 1st. As for me, I've been offered an extraordinary challenge. We live in a very violent age. Guns are readily available in every city, in every community, seemingly unrestricted and unregulated. I don't see that changing anytime soon. I'm leaving professionally the service of public safety for a city of 100,000, hoping to establish safety in communities, particularly in the Midwest and across the country. And for that, with very mixed emotions, I'll be resigning my office at the end of this month. But since he took over as your division chief in patrol, effectively the #2 officer in the department, as he did October 31st in 2013, and months before that, in conversations that we had when he was the night captain in patrol, Scott Ruskowski's had a chance to observe, to watch, to learn, to mentor, and he has absorbed what little I could share. He is ready to take over. And the one thing I ask of all of you in this room, to your viewing and listening audience, is to give him, as your next chief of police, to the command team he's about to establish, and to the men and women of this police department, your full support for all of our sake, to continue to make South Bend a safer place for all of us, a better place to raise our families, raise our kids, and to live in peace and harmony with each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. And again, I hope the entire community joins me in thanking Chief Teachman for his service. And we will continue to expect him to be an active citizen benefiting our community. Now it is time for a new leader for the police department. And the clear choice to carry this work forward is Division Chief, soon to be Police Chief, Scott Ruskowski. I have asked Scott to take charge as the next police chief when Chief Teachman leaves at the end of this month, and I'm pleased to announce that he has accepted. Chief Ruskowski is already the department's highest-ranking officer behind Chief Teachman, and he is deeply familiar with every aspect of police work and of this community, after serving in uniform for more than 25 years, and with a strong family tradition of service to this community in uniform. Scott Ruskowski is widely known in the city and well respected in the department, someone who has risen through each rank in the department and in leadership, as well as playing leadership roles in the FOP. He understands our administration's vision for a department that makes South Bend proud, using proven management practices to get the job done, and partnering with others, inside and outside the city, to make this a safer place to live. These are not easy times for police officers anywhere in America. On one hand, crime is down to about half the levels that were seen in the 1990s. On the other hand, South Bend has been affected this year by a nationwide increase in both property and violent crime and other public safety issues. And communities everywhere are struggling to improve the relationship between residents and officers. The next chief has to do everything possible to build up trust and support between residents and officers, while applying the best practices from around the country, using technology wisely, holding officers to the highest standards, and keeping budgets under control. This is no easy job, but I know that Scott Ruskowski will meet the community's highest expectations, and I trust that our police officers and community members and partners will support him in this role. I'm looking forward to working with him in this new leadership role, and I know that you will as well. Now I'd like to introduce Chief Select to say a few words.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bittersweet for me and emotional, and I'll try to be brief. And everybody pretty much knows me, and I'll try to be brief. It's supposed to be humorous, but okay. So thank everybody for being here. There's a lot of people here I've known for many, many years. Everybody in here is family. I don't want to get off into the weeds, but I will tell you that the mayor and I had a lengthy conversation yesterday. And one of my biggest points, and to me, as a South Bend police officer, as a man, he did what he said he was going to do. Of course, it's a little biased from my perspective, but the opportunity was there for everyone in the police department to receive. I took advantage of that opportunity. What the mayor presented, he brought in somebody from the outside, first time ever since 1939, and he said he was going to work on many things on the police department. Chief Teachman came in and did exactly what the mayor said he was going to do, and Ron Teachman did exactly what he said he was going to do. I can't put into words how thankful I am for that. I realize that I am the face not only of the South Bend Police Department, but for everybody outside this building. I can assure you my number one priority is, and always has been, the people outside of this building. Look out the window and you'll see. I do it every day. Appreciate everybody that's out there. And my job is to speak for them, speak about them, and make sure our officers do the same. There's a lot of things to work on. There's a matter of trust. There's a matter of respect. You can't have one without the other. Respect first and foremost, and that goes both ways. So a lot of people may have had reservations about the chief, and the chief and I behind closed doors had lengthy conversations that I could share. I'll leave it at that, or you can read between the lines. But what I've learned through the chief, via the mayor, invaluable. I can't put a price on it. Again, from a personal and professional level. There are many things that I would like to see happen. I would like to get to work on those right away, but this is not a eulogy for Ron Teachman. He's still here for a couple weeks. That baton has not been let go on either side. Maybe a little tug of war back and forth with the baton. I understand that, but there is a method to Ron Teachman and what he did. And he assured me, and I will hold him to this, that he's still just a phone call away, a text message away, and a very short distance away, as a matter of fact. So the mayor has not only provided that, he has provided a staff outside of the police department, but within the administration for me to use. And again, I can't put any amount on that. The value that I have seen so far from all types of advice, policies and things of that nature, just something that's unprecedented, has never been done in my 27 almost years at the South Bend Police Department. Never has this been heard of before. And I just can't, I know I speak on behalf of all the officers who are amazed beyond belief that this could actually happen. So from a cop perspective, this is a dream come true for every police officer, not Scout Ruskowski. The opportunities that we have are endless, and I want to keep pushing it endless. What does the South Bend Police Department look like in 2050?